I suppose everybody, particularly us seniors, I'm not picking anybody out, of course.
You're not picking on me.
I suppose we all have special memories of when we were little. My special memory that I keep in my mind is when I was 5 years old, we went to Grandma's at Christmas. Grandma had a few things that we didn't have, and number one was electricity. The first time in my life I ever saw Christmas tree lights. And Grandma had linoleum on the floor, and I could stand in one corner and look at the Christmas tree and reflect out on the floor. It was magic. I couldn't believe anything so beautiful. There was one light bulb was a canary, a little yellow bird. I couldn't imagine anything more beautiful. Eventually, another thing they had, of course, was oranges. I got an orange. I'd never eaten an orange before. One of the people who lived with Grandma was my Aunt Bridget. And Bridget never got married. She worked for a little while and then came back home to look after Grandma. And she was just the best. We'd go down there and she'd put a record on and we'd dance around with her. She'd have us all in stitches. There was lots of square dancing up around home. So she would call a square with us kids out on the floor. Just the best. As I say, she gave us an orange. I couldn't imagine anything but so good. It was such a nice thing to go to Grandma's. I wrote a song about Grandma's at Christmas. On Christmas Day when I was 5, Dad hitched up the team. We all went down to Grandma's. 'Twas the first time that I'd seen electric lights on a Christmas tree, and I couldn't help but stare at a little yellow bird lit up, shining, roosting there. And Bridget gave us each an orange. I savored every bit. We ate it sitting on the floor in new socks that Mother knit. Dad tuned up the fiddle, Uncle Jimmy tapping time, with knitting needles on the fiddle strings. What an orchestra sublime. We got up and danced around on Grandma's shining floor, and Bridget showed us fancy steps we never saw before. We promenade and do-si-do, sweat dripping from our hair. We get all mixed up on where to go, but no one seemed to care. We laughed until our sides were sore, then we'd go to the sink, and from Grandma's dipper we'd all have a drink. There were candies in a dish, some yellow, green, and red. Just go ahead, help yourself, that's what Grandma said. In her rocking chair sat Grandma, tears streaming down her face. Why would she be crying in such a happy place? I asked my sister Nora if she knew the reason why. She said, when old folks are happy, it's a mystery why they cry. Now it's really dark outside, and that's when Dad would say, it's time to get your coats on. We climbed into the sleigh. With Grandma's tears still on my mind, I dozed off to sleep. You know, when you are 5 years old, those memories run deep. Well, I don't remember getting home or even going to bed. Fiddle tunes and little yellow birds drifting through my head. It's more than 70 years and 10 since that day, oh so grand. Now I'm the one in the rocking chair, and Grandma's tears I understand. Thank you.